Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you this evening to the June 21st Plan and Zoning Commission of the City of Longview. It's now called to order. At this time, Commissioner Chad, would you give us the invocation? Please stand, everyone.
Please bow your heads with me. Dear Lord, thank you for this day, and just thank you so much for your many, many blessings. We just pray, Father, for decisions that we make today that will be the betterment of the city. We just thank you for former commissioners and their service, and we welcome the new ones, and we just thank you so much for everything you've given us. In your name I pray, amen. Please lead us in the pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, if Frankie Parsons would come forward, we have a special recognition for you. I'm taking Frankie's place as the chairperson. I don't know that anybody can actually replace you. She's been the chairperson for a number of years, I think like 6 years possibly. She's been on the planning and zoning since 2014. So on the behalf of the City of Longview, the Planning and Zoning Commission, we present you with this appreciation. Frankie, we appreciate all the work that you've done.
I will say that I do appreciate the City Council allowing me to serve in this position, and it has been a lot of fun. I have seen parts of the city I didn't know existed, so I've really enjoyed driving the city and seeing the properties on the agenda. I've really enjoyed working with the development and P&Z staff, and I'm really proud of the accomplishments that we made. So thank you for the award.
Thank you, Frankie. She's probably getting off because of the price of gasoline, because one of the things that we're supposed to do is drive around to these locations to look at it. With the price of gasoline, that's pretty hard to do right now. We have also two new commissioners, Natasha, Harold, and would you like to tell them a little bit about yourself?
I've been in Longview for almost all my life, except for 6 weeks, so I got here as fast as I could. I graduated from Pine Tree. My kids are in Pine Tree, so I've been around the community a long time, and I am a real estate agent with Johnson Realty.
Okay. And then our second new commissioner is Keith Lloyd. Keith?
Yeah. Hi, Keith Lloyd. I'm a native of Longview, Longview High School graduate. Worked here my whole life. I work for Conterra Networks.
Welcome, both of you. Welcome aboard. The next item on the approval is the minutes from our last meeting. If everyone's had a chance to look them over, anyone have any additions or corrections to it? If not, I will entertain a motion for approval.
Make a motion to approve.
Have a motion to approve.
Second.
Have a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? They do pass. We've reached the citizen comment portion of our meeting. This portion is where citizens are allowed to make comments other than at the public hearing, which is on the agenda tonight. So if there's anybody in the audience who's signed up to speak or would like to speak, we ask that you please come to the microphone, state your name at this time. Anyone? I see no speaker cards, so we'll move on to the regular agenda. The purpose of the meeting is to hear all of the pertinent testimony of those in support and opposition to the application before the commission. Tonight is the first of two public hearings required to approve a change either in zoning or consider plats. The procedure for public hearings is to be followed tonight. First of all, it'll be opened and you'll have testimony from the staff. Then you'll have testimony from the applicant. And then finally, the general public, those that are in support or in opposition. If you are part of a large group, which I don't see anyone here tonight that would be part of a large group, but if you were, we would expect you to choose spokesmen so that not every one of you would come up here and be saying the same thing. We would like for you to begin by stating your name and your address, and try to limit your comments to 5 minutes. And then when all of the people have spoken, the public hearing will be closed and no further public discussion will be entertained. Zoning request and Planning and Zoning Commission recommendations will go to the second public hearing, which will be conducted by the City Council for the City of Longview on July the 21st. We're now on item A of the regular agenda. Angela, please read the caption.
Thank you. Consider application P22-08 Forest Lake Section 3 subdivision filed by Nathan Day to plat approximately 2.5 acres of the James F. Dixon Survey, Tract 17, Section 2, into 5 residential lots located on the west side of West Forest Lake, south of South Hidden Forest. The applicant is requesting to plat approximately 2.5 acres into 5 residential lots. This is located in our ETJ, which is our extraterritorial jurisdiction. The City of Longview within our ETJ does regulate subdivisions. The applicant has provided an estimate and a letter of credit for the sidewalks. So staff does recommend approval of this request. He has met all of our requirements. I'd be happy to answer your questions at this time.
Any of the commissioners have any questions? Hearing none, we'll move on. The person who has made the application for the change, are they here? Would you like to speak? The public hearing portion, I see no one, so we'll move on. Any other questions? Accept the motion. Anyone like to make a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve as recommended by staff.
I'll second.
With the stipulations
With
that
the
are stated
stipulation.
in there, correct. And we have a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Okay, we're now on regular agenda item number B. Angela?
Thank you. A public hearing will be held to consider application PD 22-02 filed by ML Roberts Partners and Longview Orthopedic Clinic Association requesting a rezone of approximately 11.49 acres of abstract 258 PP Range Survey Tract 1-03 Section 8 from Plan Development PD 08-01 to Plan Development Office for an orthopedic clinic located on the east side of Judson Road, south of Hill Street. And I will segue into my staff report. So the applicant is requesting a rezone to allow for a medical office. This site is located on the east side of Judson Road, south of Hill Street, or also south of McCann, where McCann comes into Judson Road. In 2008, this property was rezoned from agricultural to plan development without a site plan approval. This allowed the property owner to better market this property and to ensure quality development occurs in appropriate location. Within this plan development, the use of office was allowed. However, as each tract develops, the developer must come back to Planning and Zoning Commission and City Council for final site plan approval. So the current applicant is proposing to construct a medical office building for Longview Orthopedic, who is currently located on East Hawkins Parkway. The building will be approximately 33,000 square feet with a possible future expansion. The height of the building is restricted to 2 stories within 100 feet of the shared property line of the Hill Street subdivision. The applicant is proposing a minimum 20-foot buffer with an 8-foot tall solid wood or masonry fence erected along the property lines directly adjacent to the residential to the north. The site plan shall follow all office zoning regulations, that's including site setbacks and signage. Their PD conceptual site plan shows approximately a 300-foot setback with 100-foot side setbacks, and then a rear setback of also 100 feet. And they propose to preserve approximately 4.5 acres of woods in the back side of their property. All landscape and parking installed shall meet the requirements set forth in the City of Longview codes. The Longview MPO, which is our Metropolitan Planning Organization, the Bike and Ped Plan, along with their Thoroughfare Plan, identifies the future extension of Spring Hill Road in this area. The applicant is planning to preserve approximately 30 feet along the southern portion of this property for future extension of the Spring Hill Road. Judson Road is classified as a principal arterial roadway, which this use is appropriate along this roadway as long as access management is followed. Staff does find the proposed zoning change is consistent with the comprehensive plan, and therefore it does not constitute spot zoning. I'd be happy to answer any questions at this time.
Any questions at this point? Is the applicant, I'm sorry.
I have a question.
Yeah.
In doing the due diligence here, did we talk to the folks in the neighborhood there at all?
We have not,
Hill
but
Street?
per state law, we did send notices out to everybody within 300 feet, and we did not receive any calls for this zoning request, and we did
right.
post a sign.
Very good, thank you.
Any other questions? Is the applicant present? Do you have anything that you can add to this? Please state your name and your address.
Yeah, I'm Ron Short, Chief Executive Officer of Longview Orthopedic Clinic Association. Home address is 1601 Sweetbriar Street, Longview, 75604. Appreciate the opportunity to present this plan this evening. It's been a very good exercise for us to work with Anna and her team to develop this consistent with the guidelines that are presented. We're looking to do an expansion as we're rapidly outgrowing our existing space on Hawkins Parkway and continue to provide world-class care and a premier patient experience for our patients. And I'm happy to entertain any questions.
Does the commission have any questions? Mr. Short?
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
In proposing 33,000 square feet, is there going to be any other offices in there besides the orthopedic clinic?
No, sir. It will just be our offices and services under that umbrella.
And I noticed you were putting a track back there. Is that what that is, a track?
That's a
Walking track?
detention pond.
Detention pond.
Oh, it's a retention pond, sorry. Misunderstood that. Okay. And you're going to preserve the rest of the track behind it as woods or walking area or something
is
like that?
correct.
Okay.
And a lot of that area back there is also floodplain
Yeah,
as well.
it's just an old creek back there, yeah. Okay, thank you, sir.
Anyone have any other questions for Mr. Short? Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. I will now open the public part of the hearing. Is there anyone that would like to speak in support of the request in the audience? Seeing none, is there anyone that would like to speak in opposition of this request? I see that none. Any additional questions or comments from the commissioners? Okay, at this time, I will ask for a motion.
I move that we accept.
A second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. We're now on to agenda item C. Angela?
Yes, sir. A public hearing will be held to consider application S22-06 filed by Barry and Tricia Waller, requesting a specific use permit to allow for a one-family dwelling in heavy commercial zoning district for lots 7 through 9, New City Block 710, Longview Jordan acreage located at 115, 117, and 119 Garrett Street. So the applicant is requesting a specific use permit to allow for the construction of a single-family home in heavy commercial zoning district. A specific use permit is required for one-family dwellings in heavy commercial districts to ensure no negative impact on surrounding properties. And let me get to the aerial. And as you can see, there is currently a single-family dwelling directly to the south of this property. You can see this on this aerial. And then an SUP was approved by Planning and Zoning Commission as well as City Council last year for another property directly to the south of that house. And so the applicant is requesting a specific use permit to build a one-family dwelling in this neighborhood. Garrett Street is a local roadway and is maintained by the city of Longview. This type of development is appropriate as long as access management is followed. Staff does find the proposed zoning change is consistent with the future land use map and surrounding uses. Therefore, it does not constitute spot zoning. I'd be happy to answer your questions at this time.
Have any questions by any of the commissioners? Is the applicant present? If the applicant is present, please come to the microphone, state your name and your address.
Hello, good evening. My name is Barry Waller. Me and my wife Trish are in the process of building a house near her mom and dad. Her mom and dad are getting pretty old. Her daddy is 92. He has cancer, and her mother is 72, and we're going to be fairly close to them. It's closer than we are now. It will also be closer to our work. It'll be closer because I work in White Oak and she works in Hallsville. So where we're living in now is in Kilgore, so it's about 35 miles for her one way, and it's 18 to 20 miles for me. And by doing that, we're going to be closer to her mother and daddy and supporting them, and we'll also be upholding the land and reprocessing it and cleaning it up and getting it in better shape. So we're in the process of doing that, and we would like the approval. Thank you very much.
Does anyone have any questions of Mr. Waller? Thank you, appreciate it. At this time, we will open it up to the public hearing. Is there anyone in support of the request that would like to speak at this time? Anyone in opposition? Any additional questions or comments from the commissioners? At this time, I will entertain a motion, close the public hearing part of it.
Motion to approve.
Have a motion to approve. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
And we have a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposition? Motion passes. Regular agenda item number D.
Thank you. A public hearing will be held to consider application S22-07 filed by Raul Gonzalez, requesting a specific use permit to allow for a one-family dwelling in heavy commercial zoning district for Lot 9, Block 3, New City Block 713, Viewcrest Edition, located at 2306 East Street. So the applicant is also requesting a specific use permit to allow for the construction of a one-family or single-family dwelling in heavy commercial zoning district. A specific use permit is required for a one-family dwelling to be located in heavy commercial zoning district to ensure no negative impact on surrounding properties. Mr. Raul did request a specific use permit for the, not the lot directly adjacent, but two lots directly adjacent to the north of this existing property. The applicant would like to build a single-family dwelling on this site. East Street is a local roadway and is maintained by the city of Longview. Staff finds the proposed zoning change is consistent with the future land use map and surrounding uses. Therefore, it does not constitute spot zoning. Be happy to answer any questions at this time.
Does the commission have any questions for the staff? Is the applicant present? If the applicant is present, would you come to the microphone, please? State your name and your address. Mr. Gonzalez.
Hi, my name is Raul Gonzalez. My address is 1606 South Houston Street, Longview, Texas, 75602. A year ago, I decided to open my own company as a contractor, and like she said, and I really appreciate y'all approving so I could build the house on 2302, which is not right beside, but one lot beside the other one. So, and now I'm requesting to build another one on 2306. So that's all I need, please. Thank you.
Any questions from the commissioners? Thank you. Any questions from the staff? This time, I'm going to open the public hearing part of it. Is there anyone in the audience that'd like to speak in favor? Anyone in the audience in opposition? If you'd like to speak, please come to the microphone at this time. I see none, so at this time, I will entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to accept.
Have a motion to approve.
Second.
Have a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. Regular agenda item number E.
Thank you. A public hearing will be held to consider application Z22-17 filed by Travis Crafton requesting a rezone from single-family 4 to townhome zoning district for approximately 5.48 acres of lots 17 through 24, New City Block 1218, Airline Estates, located at the northwest corner of Hollybrook Drive and Ridgewood Drive. The applicant is requesting a rezone for this property located at the northwest corner of Hollybrook Drive and Ridgewood Drive from single-family 4, as seen here on the blue, to townhome zoning district for approximately 30 lots. Ridgewood Drive is classified as a local roadway. Hollybrook Drive is classified as a minor arterial. Both roadways are maintained by the City of Longview. Access will not be allowed from this site directly onto Hollybrook Drive. Staff finds that the proposed zoning change is consistent with the comprehensive plan. Therefore, it does not constitute spot zoning. I'd be happy to answer any questions at this time.
Anyone have any questions of Angela? If the applicant is present, if you'll please come to the microphone, state your name and address.
My name is Travis Crafton. I work for Johnson & Pace Incorporated. We're located at 1201 West Loop 281 in Longview, 75604.
Thank you.
As Ms. Choi explained, we're looking to rezone the property to Townhome District, and I'll be happy to answer any questions about the property and the project, if anyone has any.
These are single-story or two-story?
Single story.
And then what about garage?
Front entry on the garage attached.
Two-car or one-car?
Two-car.
Two-car. And they're going to be rental units, or are they going to be sold individually?
My understanding is sold individually, and but just 30 lots total, and then 2 connected. But
And just to be very clear, even though they are saying that there's going to be 1 story, townhome zoning does allow 2.5 stories.
Any other questions?
Traffic?
With this scale, I do not believe that it's going to require a traffic impact analysis.
Any other questions or comments? Mr. Crafton, we appreciate it.
thank you.
Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak in favor of the request? Seeing none, anyone in the audience like to speak in opposition? I will close the public hearing at this time and entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion that we approve as presented.
Have a motion as presented?
Second.
Have a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Okay, the last item on the agenda is a staff update. Angela, will you please give us an update from the city council meeting?
Yes, sir. So there were 4 zoning cases that were before y'all in May. One of them, Planning and Zoning Commission made a recommendation to deny. That applicant withdrew his request before it went to city council. So the other 3 that went to city council, y'all did make a recommendation to approve, and those were approved by city council.
Any questions of Angela? We appreciate everyone in the audience that came tonight. We appreciate your giving your time. This concludes tonight's meeting. We're now adjourned.